Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. Today I am going to be making broccoli cheddar soup. So what I have done already is I have my broccoli in some broth, chicken broth. You're going to need about 3 cups of broccoli florets, and you're going to need about 6 cups of chicken broth. And you're going to need to saute up some onions, a little bit of garlic, and you're going to put all of that in the pot, and you're going to let this broccoli get soft. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to dip this out and put it into the blender and blend it up. Then we're going to pour it back in here, and I'm going to mix up some flour and some half and half, and we're going to add that to the soup to thicken it up. And then when it's ready, we're going to take it off and then add the cheese to it so that it can melt. So stay with me and we'll get started on the next step. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So the next step is I had to blend up all of the broccoli, the vegetables, in a blender, or one of those handheld ones would even work too. And I'm going to be adding the half and half, and I'm going to get that next step prepped, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I mixed 2 tablespoons of flour and 1.5 cups of cream, half and half, and I whisked all of it together. And now I'm going to add it to the soup mixture that we blended up, and we will stir it and see if it thickens, and then once it does, we'll take it off the heat and we'll add our cheese. Alright, let's get started on the next step. Alright, I added the half and half in the flour mixture. Now I'm stirring it up. It's already getting thickened. You know, what I did was I blended up the broccoli and the broth and the onions and garlic. It looks like pea soup. If you don't want it to be this smooth, like with no chunky vegetables in it, then you don't have to mix it up or blend it up that long. So I'm going to let this simmer for a minute, and then I'm going to add the cheese, and we're going to give it a taste and see if there are any more spices that we might need to add besides the garlic and the salt and the pepper. It did call for some thyme, and I just don't know how that's going to taste in broccoli soup. So we'll give it a taste here in a minute, and we'll see what else we need to add. So this is the first time I've made this, so hopefully it'll turn out good for supper. And I'm going to be making some, heating up some sourdough bread. All right, I'll be right back. Let's get the cheese together. All right, guys, I'm going to add the cheese. I picked this particular cheese because it is creamy and it melts easy. You can probably use Velveeta cheese in this soup as well. So let's give this a shot and see how it turns out. All right, off to the next step. All right, guys, I added the cheese and simmered it a little bit, and this is the consistency of it. I tasted it, and it is out of this world. This is going to taste really good with some sourdough bread. And I'm also going to pair it up with an salad, garden salad, that's got some spring greens in it and some herbs, with some apples and walnuts and an apple cider vinaigrette dressing. So I believe this is going to be the perfect cozy autumn day meal to get you all warmed up. So I just did this at the last minute. I'm not no chef or anything like that. I'm just a country girl that likes to cook. and I thought I would go ahead and take y'all along while I was cooking. That way you guys can get an idea of how easy it is to make this soup. So I'm gonna put the recipe in the description box. It is super easy. You can get this done in 20 minutes. So really fast, and it is absolutely delicious, and it's gonna warm you right up. All right guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time in the countryside. Bye-bye. All right guys, I've got the salad ready to go with everything. This is just a simple spring mix with some herbs, and I've got some apple and walnuts in it. And we're gonna serve that with a apple cider vinaigrette dressing. So it's gonna be delicious. Bon appetit. Guys, the sourdough bread turned out perfect. It is nice and crunchy and crusty. It's gonna be perfect to go with the soup. You can just dip a little bit of that into the soup, and it's just gonna pair up really great. I'm excited with how everything turned out, and it was such a super easy meal that you can make. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment or two. Thank you so much, guys. I think it is time for a coffee break. I made myself a latte, and I like to make it with half and half instead of whole milk. And I like to sweeten my coffee with some honey, local honey that is. All right, let's get cozy and let's sip on this nice warm beverage.